More towards my field of vision. Okay. Let's go ahead and do another quick run. Let's begin. I did begins with that. Okay. Now, let's false start. Now let's begin. Okay, fully equipped. Now we're ready to go out and start freeing the city of Flan. Far. Alright, now I can memorize my spells. Detect magic, cure light wounds, bless. Don't need a thief because you can bash your way through pretty much any door here. Wonderful first edition AD&D rules. Super instant sleep spell makes things unlike in, say, Final Fantasies. You put somebody to sleep and then you can blast them with magic fine and they won't wake up. But the moment you hit them, they awaken. Not so in old-time D&D. It's at least in this D&D game, it makes you helpless. one. There we go. Very specific reason for the Jeez, take multiple damage. I'm gonna have to rest for a couple days. Amusingly, the fastest way to heal in this game is to rest for days on end. No, seriously. Okay. Magic cast. Good. Memorize sleep. Memorize cure light wounds. Rest in 2 additional days. Anytime you clear out an area, you can then rest there as long as you like. There's one encounter. I need to do 15 encounters to clear out the slums. Goblins are perfect. They give me arrows so I don't have to buy them later. And are pretty weak. As you can see with this weird semi-isometric, or there are other words for it, I can't remember what they are, but the way that the side walls are not straight to give a pseudo 3D image here means that our formations are totally different when we attack from bottom versus going side to side. So oops. Okay, I only need one more bow. There are certain set encounters. And those you can rest in perfectly fine after you clear them, even though the rest of the place is overrun. So I'm taking advantage of that here. Putting on search, which normally it takes 1 minute to move 1 square in this game. If you put on search, it takes 10 minutes. It greatly increases the chance of running into monsters. I say I need to get 15 encounters in order to This is on DOSBox on the PC. Already surrendering. Nice. Okay, one thing of arrows. No bow though. Alright. You didn't cast any spells. Memorize sleep spell. That's 3 encounters. Surprised by goblins. That's not good. Not bad though. Not horrible. Excellent. I can still get 6. That's what's important. Oh, low roll. Didn't get sleep one of the leaders. That's rare. Okay, 4 encounters. Nice. Five encounters. Orcs are kind of the worst. At least there are only a few of them. Maybe they're a little bit better than kobolds, actually, even though kobolds are the easiest. For the most part, encounter EXP means nothing in this game. Most of the XP you get to actually advance you in levels matters from finding loot. I say I'm only finding these because I need to in order to clear out the slums, which is one of the necessary quests in the game. Could have aimed. Good, already got our surrenderings. Okay. Okay, that's 6 encounters. 7. Getting a lot of good surprises. It's very nice because it lets me act first. A lot of goblins too, which is very good. Oops. Almost. Oops. Okay, this is encounter 8. Oh, first level D&D. Miss, miss, miss. Okay, this is 8, I believe. Despite their appearance, orcs actually do not have any equipment. They have some money. They have decent armor class too, but it doesn't matter. It's actually a waste of time to cast one when they're both down the same amount. Oh well. Okay, this is 9. Horrendous. Ten. Okay, 11. I love starting with mage. Oh, surprised. Excellent surprise. Automatic AI in this game is not great. Because bows attack twice and of course have range, they're extremely deadly weapons in this game, even though you don't get any bonus damage for them. Should be 14, should need only one more. Excellent way to get to him. Okay, need some more arrows, alright. Not quite too bad. I was sleeping and I surprised a party of orcs. That's awesome. You're too far away. Okay. Got one more. I miscounted. That's kind of bad. Ouch. That's unusual. Thank you for surrendering. Okay, got a lot of injuries there. Pretty sure that's got to be 15 now. Okay, drop the bow, ready that bow, that now. Here's one of the bigger fights in the game. Bigger fights in this earlier section, but it's not all that hard because only so many orcs can get at me. Got a Distant Worlds Final Fantasy concert playing because this game has no music attachment to it. Kind of one of the weird things about it. I've been going on a silent stream the last little while, but decided that getting a little bit of music would make it a little more palatable to most. Only problem with doing another music score is I can't automatically have battle music load when I'm in battle or whatever. Goodness. Okay, let's see. I can't remember which of this is magical. Flail is magical. Oh, the 3 broadswords are all magical, that's right. Longbows are not one of these chainmails is. I'm gonna take a guess that it's this one. Yes, it is, because he's at the same armor class. Excellent. Drop the brand meal. No. I'm gonna trade that to Silver, who I accidentally gave a Oh, you got that though too, so actually I don't need it. That's right. Because he's the cleric, I give him that even though he doesn't need it. Okay, magic cast. Select. Excellent. Memorize. Check magic heal at plus. Sleep. Area, cast bless, interrupt some feeding kobolds, for another follow. Let's see. Kobolds have the lowest armor class and only 3 hit points, so they're generally the easiest to take care of. Even so, it goes a lot quicker when you use sleep. And since these set encounters, you can bracers. That's a very important one. Now she actually has armor and won't be shot to death by archers. Since you can sleep for free anywhere you clear out in these in the slums specifically. There are a few other places where it's like that, but mostly that's a slums thing. Easy first area. You might as well use your one magic spell the entire time. And early levels, sleep is actually much better than magic missile, the infamous D&D first level spell. Just make it too easy. Okay, they have no appreciable treasure, however. Boom. another short bow, as well as a magic ring, which is going to be a ring of protection +1. Luckily, you don't need to identify items to get their benefit. Join. Okay, you can drop that. Ready your short bow. Longbows don't do much more in this game except for have a slightly better range, so that's why I grabbed short bows to begin with, because longbows are kind of pointless. If I find magical ones, I do prefer those, but you find 3 magic short bows here in the slums, and that's better. Okay, next area. I'm almost done. That's the way to the next area, which I can't go to yet. Yep, okay. A couple of hard fights here. This is one of the harder ones, because they're actually orc archers in back I can't do anything about. Otherwise, though, there's a huge horde of archers, but they mean almost nothing because they're so caught here. So I'm just going to sleep this group and clear through them as quick as possible. Good. Really stinks to get a low roll in this battle and not do all 8. Sleep doesn't have a saving throw, which is odd compared to a lot of D&D spells. Instead, you roll effectively damage with it. You just roll randomly to see how many hit dice worth of monsters you sleep. It's usually enough to do a full 8x8 square of low-level monsters, but occasionally you roll really badly. Whoops, that guy wasn't slept. Jeez. Taking a bunch of damage, that's not good. Good, only 1 archer left. Usually before I've killed half of them, it causes enough morale failure that all these guys will surrender. Well, the good news is, because this game allows you to adjust your stats, so what I've done is, it's supposed to enable it so you can make the character just like your D&D character, but of course, what you really want to use it for is just might as well maximize all your stats. Especially since in first ed AD&D, having a 12 or a 14 does you no good. You don't get any actual bonuses to damage or to hit or armor class or anything like that until your stat gets above to a 15 or 16 or higher. So you really need those high level stats. So because of that, my warriors, 4 of them, the 4 base warriors all have, are human males with 18,100 strength, the highest you can get. They do +6 damage in melee, and since orcs have 5 hit points, that means minimum damage is enough to one-shot even an orc. Hobgoblins as well, they have 6. So anything a hobgoblin or smaller just gets one shot automatically in melee. Despite that, bows are still useful because of the just the overall useful power of ranged weapons. Having 2 attacks per turn is nice too, and if you get lucky, you'll still one-shot even with a bow. It's about time for them to start surrendering. Looks like I might be a little behind here. Of course, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the slums work. I think if you actually, even if you haven't cleared most of the areas out, if you have less than, even if you have the 15 random encounters and you sleep, you'll still get attacked, which I probably got a couple of extra battles I didn't need that way. There we go, surrendering starting. Okay, everybody's damaged. I don't think they have any treasure, but I'm gonna rest, I might as well, yep. Let's see, 2 days. Oh, 3 days. Cast plus again, exit. An ogre here, which is nasty. A couple of gnolls too. It's the only set encounter with gnolls that I can see. Holy cow, it got the ogre. That's unbelievable. So lucky. Once he's alone, the ogre isn't too bad anyway, but putting him to sleep is still awesome. This is the other really difficult fight because of the goblin archers off the top here. It's especially bad if they decide to start shooting my mage and they actually hit her. They shouldn't. With an armor class 1, she should be really tough to hit, but sometimes they do anyway. This is the Pool of Radiance is the very first D&D game, computer game, and it's set in the Forgotten Realms universe of D&D, which is one of the, probably the most popular overall, I'd say. It's hard to say if Dragonlance is more, but most people I know are more familiar with Forgotten. You see a lot more games for Forgotten Realms, that's for certain. There are a few for Dragonlance, but it's mostly that. So this takes place around the Moon Sea, far to the east of the Sword Coast and Neverwinter Waterdeep area. In the city of Flan, which was a prospering city on the north of the Moon Sea for a long time, but then it was attacked and basically taken over by monsters. Most of the, and for several centuries they ruled. It happened a couple of times, apparently. History's all in the guidebook. I can't remember all the history though. Too bad. Ah, good. Okay. Overburdened, huh? I have too much money. That's unusual. That's because I got so many works and such. Okay, I'm not gonna give you any more for now. Excellent. I don't think there's any magic, but I'm gonna check just in case. So now, after several centuries of it being desolate and ruled by monsters, a group of humans have arrived in the city to try and retake it. And they've been hiring adventurers to do so, and of course we are some of those adventurers who came. And our first order of business is freeing the slums here. Okay, magic shield is good. Magic is scroll with one spell. His armor is white. Okay, that's all I can do for now. Time to head back. turns daylight. Okay, pool. Buy 10 arrows. Share. How much money is that? Not enough. Pool. Take 8 gems, 2 jewelry. Appraise. Gem sell, gem sell, gem sell, gem sell, gem sell. Good. That's actually pretty decent. Jewelry sell. That's very decent. Okay, I'm just gonna pool share. Leave 1 jewelry. Items. Oh, I need to sell that. And sell that. That's it. Train yes. Again. This. Train yes. Magic missile. Again. Say no to train duels. Again. Okay. I always forget to do this while I'm doing my grinding for encounters. Talk nice, accept, return. Okay, Olo the Mage just asked us to go get a potion for him from this guy in the Old Rope Guild, because he's too lazy to do it himself, like pretty much every other quest giver for role-playing games. Also, these doors auto-lock. Even when there's nobody around to do anything, they will become locked again once you leave an area or spend too much time resting. Kind of funny. I need to go through here. I always forget. Okay, here's the Old Rope Guild, which is a maze-like area, which I kind of get lost in, but for the most part I know my way around. Okay, this is the guy who wants the potion. You say hello's name, he gets his potion, then we're done here. And that's one of the areas I get lost in. One area left in here, besides giving Olo his potion. One of the more dangerous fights in the game, considering I'm only level 2. Okay, camp, magic, cast, yes. Memorize 2 magic missiles, because I need all the damage I can get. Memorize another Cure Light Wounds. Cast Bless, because I need it. Ready that. Trolls are throwing things around. What else can we throw? Ah, I know. How about some adventures? Jeez. Oh, jeez. Have a very... Okay. Okay, stepping there, trolls are programmed to, the game amazingly retains their hit points and their regeneration, so if they, if you aren't, if you stand on them, they can't resurrect, but otherwise, if you just sit there, they will leave them alone while you're fighting everything else, they'll eventually get back up again at full health. So that's one of the reasons why this is super dangerous, because they have to fight 4 trolls. Jeez. You can't do anything anymore. Excellent. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I'm getting hammered. Phew. Ooh. Done bandage. Oh, darn it. This is bad. Okay, now he's shorted experience, which is kind of bad, but at least he survived a Lucerne Hammer and a short sword. Okay, that's kind of trash. Okay. I need to go to Olo first. Okay, time to turn in our first quest. Okay, buy some more darts. Just a few. Okay, everybody has enough money to train. He needs twice as much though, so... Oh, that was probably short sword plus 2. Maybe I should have kept it. Silver. Let's see. Sleep spell is actually better for the coming conflict. And you sleep for many days to heal. Okay, we need to go clear out Sokol Keep next for our quest because there's a phantom who's here causing harassing ships and making it unsafe to sail, so before we can take ships anywhere, we have to go. These undead have a password that they will leave you alone. Okay, another big long fight. Unfortunately, these guys stay way back at range, so this is an annoying fight. First. And we're kind of at multiple angles too, so that makes it a little bit even more interesting. Couple of archers in the back shooting at me. Luckily, they're all just regular orcs, orc leaders, and hobgoblins, so they're not particularly terrible, but there are a lot of them, and they start at range with a couple of archers. Can attack from multiple angles here. It just makes this whole endeavor a lot more annoying than it should be. Ouch. Once they pack up enough, I can start cleaning them up with sleep spells. I've tried a couple of different strategies. I think this is actually a slightly better one than I've been using. Trying to hide around a corner and force the archers to come to me too, but it doesn't really work out. I'm just going to have to endure the archers and hope that they don't hit much. They only have a few arrows. Ouch. Stinking Cloud will be actually really powerful later on. It's not as effective here because usually the AI is smart enough to actually avoid it. Are they in a good enough position? I could get maybe 7. Depends on if they even, if I roll well enough. 6, not bad. 6 free kills is actually decent. Hopefully the cleric at least does not go down here. It's not that much experience, but I won't be able to revive anyone because there's nowhere I can rest safely, I believe. I can check that really quick. That's a little dangerous for me to do, so I'm trying to avoid too many things going on. Later games go even faster, especially on the movement, so these situations go a bit quicker. Ouch. still sleeping. I need to make sure all the sleepers are dead so I can sleep a fresh batch. This is one of the longer fights in the game. I say not particularly hard most of the time, but just very long. Delaying your turn is basically a wait maneuver. You last and you wait until everyone else has taken their action, which I like to do with my mage oftentimes to allow them to set up into a better AoE period. There are a couple of neat things you can do with ending your turn. You can also, which is what the computer automatically does, if you have a melee weapon you can guard, and then the next enemy that steps up next to you, you'll attack them automatically. Very convenient. It's one of the reasons why I didn't charge after that troll to melee it, because it was guarding and very well could have decimated me if I'd run up close and it got lucky, and I got unlucky. Doesn't need to get that lucky. Trolls are so mean. 3 attacks, so many hit points and regeneration. I hate that fight. This one's easier, even if it's longer. Now I should be able to get, they're out of arrows, so now it's just melee. So hopefully I can get quite a few of them slept and all 9, awesome. Once I clear through another couple of ranks, they should start surrendering. There we go. And that's it. Battle 1. Okay, I shouldn't have any treasure, there's just that many of them. No arrows left. Okay, some ghosts in here. They have some treasure. They will disappear when I talk to the one guy, so I go here first because it makes it easy to find the gems. Luckily, monetary and treasure, including gems and jewelry, can just be shared automatically to the party. These passwords are on a note at the beginning of the keep you can search for, or you can just know it. You tell him the truth about what's going on, and the spirit, who is once a lord who is here, he'll say, oh, if humans are coming back, then I don't need to be here anymore. Take this treasure over here and use it for good, and it's awesome stuff. We've got a +2 mace, and we've got +1 shield and chainmail, and a +1 longsword. Okay. Now I have a new password. I don't know why it suddenly changed, and I couldn't just keep using Chesney. Luckily, once you say it once, it just asks each time if you want to do the password. So if you want to fight them, you can instead, but they're under the thrall of the... Yes! I get the password. Leave me alone, Milbrooks. Take the boat back to Flan. That was a pretty good fight, yeah. It definitely goes faster than my trying to hide that I was doing before. It's kind of silly. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to this guy just in case it's necessary. I don't know if it is or not, but... Let's see. Oh, before I train though... Fool, buy... dinner house. Yes. Luckily you can just leave your money, but it does warn you beforehand, so... 139, so that's not enough, so I need to sell some stuff like a +1 broadsword. Yep. I don't think I have anything else worth selling, though. I need to check what her magic user scroll is. So I need to appraise. Excellent. Okay. There. That's about all the gold I'll need the rest of the game. 4,000 is another fighter level, but not priest. 9,000 is not quite a mage level either. No, no. Yes, train, yes. Train. He can't train yet because he died during an important fight, or didn't die but went unconscious. One of the interesting things about this game is that D&D was one of the first RPGs, and like a lot of the later games that were based on it, like Dragon Quest, when you get to 0 hit points you die. But when they did the D&D rules are so rough that they decided to make it easier. And so you don't die when you go to 0 hit points, you go unconscious. If you go into -1 to 9, you are... let's see. Now I need to magic memorize. Detect magic. Actually, no. What I cast was Bless, I believe. Yep. Okay, let's see. I want Sneaking Cloud. I'll take Sleep again. But you are dying if you're put to -1 to -9, and you can another party member can use a bandage to stop them from dying. It's basically what later games have called Stabilize. The later editions of D&D, I mean. Whoops. Darn. This is a random fight, not a good one. And it's going to be a time waste. They have no loot. Decent experience for, golly. What horrible, horrible luck. Well, luckily we'll clear out kobolds fast. This is going to be a rough split with this kind of luck for encounters. Kudo's Well is one of the worst encounter places in the game, and there's no way to clear it out so it doesn't have encounters anymore. It's rather inconvenient that way. Luckily, high-level fighters can sweep multiple small enemies, and kobolds and goblins are small, so that allows them to attack as many of them as are close up to their level. So 4th level fighters can sweep 4 enemies. Level 3 fighters can sweep 3. So any of these ones that run up in melee are going to get cleaved down pretty quick, especially since I now should be able to hit them more than half the time. Come on, surrender already. Because Blue has a 2+2 weapon now, he's going to prefer melee since he doesn't have a magic ranged weapon. It kind of focuses on whichever one is better for hitting, and right now that's that. Okay, now here's the actual fight I'm going to be getting in. 1 lizard man and 4 giant lizards that are really weak. Although they're hitting. Whoops. Is he out of arrows? Oh, he's using his magic one still. Darn, I used up all his magic arrows. I forgot to swap that again. That's rather unfortunate. Okay. Now we force our way in here. There's a wide-eyed hag who does things. Now we get her loot. 500 experience is the most important. More bracers, which are actually better than others. A magic fling and magic banded mail, which is better than the chainmail, of course. You move faster in magic armor, so I forgot to check, it's a sleep spell. That's horrible. Okay, I can try using that though. It's probably because it's night that I have more encounters. These aren't random, these are set. We get attacked twice by kobolds upon trying to enter the well. Luckily, the mage is not programmed to charge up into combat, which I always forget. I could for now possibly leave her on auto, actually. I can turn it off because I don't want her doing stuff, but right now it would not be a bad thing necessarily. Here comes the second group. You climb down. Do you want to climb back up? No, I just climbed down. We get shot. Sometimes they actually do damage. Usually they don't. Through here, and now we're going to find the guy who's leading Kuto's Well, a brigand, half-orc or something. This is the actual tough fight. Let me try and increase my power a little bit. Surrender or die? I think I'll fight. I don't think I want to surrender. Okay. Let's go there. I need to move. Now there's only 2 awake enemies though, so that's good. Okay. I think there's some magic here. Yes, a magic longsword. Green, take that. Yep, just a +1, but better than nothing. Yes, we found Bandit's treasure. We take it because it's 800 experience and it's faster shared, even if I don't actually need the money. I can now rest anywhere down here for free, but not anywhere else in Kuto as well, necessarily. Let's see, where am I going next? Yarasha's Pyramid. I need magic missile for that. I'm gonna have to rest a lot of days to recover green. People have asked why I named them red, blue, green, white. It's just an easy way to keep track of who they are. I can match up the color to the sprite that they're using, and therefore I know who has what items more easily than if I made them all super generic. Okay, now I need to go back. Hopefully I can make it without too many encounters. It is daytime, that helps. Again, the slums still, even though there are no monsters left in the slums, they auto-lock all their doors. It's funny. Magical auto-locking doors. I pretty much avoid traps everywhere in this game. There's no places where there are traps, so since my fighters are perfectly capable of busting down doors with brute strength, I don't need any thieves. Okay. Now, I need to get to, I'm pretty close to being, level 4, I think I need 13 before I make level 5. I don't think I can train 4 either, nope. 4 mage might actually be it. Doesn't even matter, I learned knock just because. I could learn just strength, it's faster, probably should. I can train blue. Maybe silver? No. Okay, that's fine. I need to go take care of my funds real quick, though. Okay, pool, buy. Buying an item auto changes your money, so it turns your silver and copper into gold and platinum. So 460 platinum, that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Okay, now, actually, this is excellent. North. Except that I need to memorize another spell. Two in fact. Oops. Stinking Cloud, Magic Missile. Okay, so to get a lot of experience, the easiest way is Yarash's Pyramid, which is normally considered a more difficult area, but it actually isn't. There's only one fight if you know where you're going. Flee. Oh, darn. Nomads, who are all shirtless hooligans. And they have bows. Okay. Nope. I think, actually, I'd be better served. I'm not gonna get into it. Jeez, they're good, too. That's unbelievable. I should be able to run away. might have to reload my save, actually. This is bad. Good thing I auto-save at the beginning, or if I did, or at the end of every rest. Yes. Goodness, you're hurt. $13. Such a time loss. Jeez. It actually would be faster to reload than to sit through that. It's one of the things I'm learning is when to do that. It's actually something I have had a few encounters early on, but since I said speedrunning, I actually haven't had any I couldn't avoid there. Okay. West. Select. Enter. Definitely gonna lose time here now. This is a teleporter maze, but if you know what you're doing, throw a rock, move on. Throw a rock, move on. Throw a rock, move on. Okay, now here's the copy protection boss. Here's equipment. It's polluting the river. We're going to move quickly away and not bother destroying the polluting river equipment. Because actually all you need to do is kill Yarash. Advance, advance, combat. Yarash the mage has very little protection against Stinking Cloud. Bless you. Okay, bracers. And you get the potions. Okay. Change the setting to copper. Go through. Boom, search. take, chainmail, magic user scroll, studded leather. Boom. Change setting to silver. Go through, next treasure room. Those some good ones. Broadsword, two-handed sword, and short bow. Change setting to gold. Third treasure room. These are decent. I might have to check out what they are. Boom. Okay. Change the setting to blue, which is going to take us out of here. In camp. Magic cast. Set magic. Memorize. Boom. Now we leave Urash's pyramid. We get to see a nifty cutscene where the water stops being polluted, even though we didn't actually destroy the equipment. Killing Urash is enough. Go back. Oh, go. Oh, jeez. Well. Sturges are pretty weak, so hopefully... well, jeez, I'm losing so much time, though. Will it be quicker? I don't know, it's not going to be quicker. They aren't worth that much experience either. Reload. Getting a lot more random encounters today than I usually do. It's costing me a lot of time. Oh well, can't get 40-minute PBs every single time you play the game. Load B. Biggest problem is having to set everything up again. You. There. There. Go back. Leave. Boat to the civilized land. Okay, now we get some free experience here. I don't expect to do anything with any of it though. Okay, that puts her at 20, so I need another 2,000 to reach. They can actually level, I believe, my warriors. Buy. Next. Buy. Actually don't need the money of, wow, a +3 broadsword? That's pretty awesome. Don't need that, though. +2 short sword. That'll go to silver. Another +1 chainmail can go to silver. Potion of speed is good. Potions of healings are eh. Let's see. So long swords +1. Don't need him anymore, sadly. Could have traded him. He's got a long sword +1. Could have traded him to him. Perhaps he still only has broadsword, but not a big deal. Wow, those are arrows +3. Trade him to silver. Drop that. 188 platinum, so I could sell something else and get some money. Those are all the same. There, okay. Okay. Now it's time to go to Puldal Plaza, where actually I'm going to, because it's going to clear it out. Save in case I get a bad random encounter here. Okay, disguise party as monsters. Your charisma determines how well you hide. But the more things you do to draw attention to yourselves, the more likely you are to get snuffed out. Stand and listen. Wait for winter. Okay, now this is cleared out and you can't get encounters here. It's pretty nice. This area, though, is very dangerous. You can fight giant scorpions here that can kill your characters by poison. We'll see if I do okay this time. Phew. Oh, jeez. Come on, hit it. There we go. Okay, good. That was better than if, reloading. Sleep could have been okay for this, I forgot. Oh well. Strangely enough, they won't enter it if they start outside it, but they'll run around through it if they end up inside. It's kind of weird how that AI works. Okay. Now we have an ogre and a bunch of kobolds, or goblins again. Just realized he was gonna go charge again. Yeah, I need to use sleep. I forgot to set up sleep for this fight. Since these hobgoblins are still fairly vulnerable to it, I can get groups of them, but oh well. Okay, you can still go quick because you'll use your bow. You can still go quick. You can cast Magic Missile on the Ogre. 4 damage. That's like minimum. I can do 4 to 10 now with 2 Magic Missiles. Okay. This is Cordana's textile house. The guy we talked to earlier, very briefly, next to the council clerk who's been giving us rewards, asked us to go and retrieve his family box here. Which we're going to do, but we're going to open it first. Because it's better treasure inside, and actually you get better, you get more experience and better loot from opening it than the reward. And so that's a kind of standard thing for video game, you know, role-playing game speedruns, be a jerk usually. But in this case, it makes me feel good too, because he's actually an evil bad guy who's consorting with the enemy. So stealing his family treasure is perfectly acceptable, in my opinion. And he's going to get angry at us, but we're never going to see him again. So one of the quests that you can do that I skip is he'll give you a quest to be an ambassador to the Zentradi. If you know anything about Forgotten Realms, you know they're bad news. The Zentradi, or Zentarim of, the Zentarim, I think, of, the Zentarim of Zentil Keep, not the Zentradi, that's, Robotech. The Zentarim of Zentil Keep are a bunch of Bane-worshipping evil bad guys. They're, whether or not you help him, actually, it's basically the same thing, because it is, plotting to get rid of you. Should start surrendering that now. Nope, they're gonna fight to the last man. Sometimes they do. Okay, no treasure. The treasure is right here. Open. It's close to a Ren killer if I don't. This is the only magic, I don't care about the rest. Gauntlets of Overpower are good for him because he's a half-elf, so he can't have maximum strength. But, with the power of that he can. Going this way gets me into the library, which I have as part of this split. Mostly just for convenience. It's just in case I don't have enough experience to level, which is 22,500. But I rarely need it. Okay, I'm by the well. I don't care. This is actually fine. Okay, camp. Magic cast. Wounds. Of course. Yeah, he has that, so. I'm gonna need to rememorize after I train, but actually, one magic missile, 2 sleeps is actually really good for this. What? Okay, that's never happened before. I'm in the slums, aren't I? Okay, 19 is too many orcs. I'm gonna reload and make sure that I'm actually gonna wait to rest, in fact, because that was weird. first here. You. Okay. Load me. Oh, I was probably facing the wrong direction. I needed to go east and not west. Ah, darn it. I got lost. That was not good. Okay, gonna be losing time definitely on this split. Oh, I've already lost time. Ghouls are very bad. They can paralyze. I can theoretically turn them, but it's still a long pain. Okay. I can rest here in the library as well. So that was probably a Put-Out Plaza that I actually went into. After you flee, they don't let you... Are you kidding? No. Okay, let's try again. Here we are. Here's the more familiar area, actually. Although I'm going the wrong way. Okay, he appears, he threatens us for opening his family stuff, we don't care. Come in, we get the plaza reward, share, exit. He wants to do a bunch of things, we don't actually care. Oh, he's supposed to split. So it's even longer than it would be. Didn't spend too much time. Okay, let's buy some arrows. Drawings, exit, share. Okay, it's a run ender if I do not learn Fireball, although I would reload. In 10,000, so he's stuck. 23 is not enough for them. So I think that's it. Okay, now I need to rest, and then go get Durton, and... Okay, 2 magic missile, 2 sleeps, 2 stinking clouds, a fireball. Let's see, another cure light wounds and a bless. Another silence. got decent hit points this time, which is kind of unusual. Especially on red, 61 hit points is a lot. They really tend to low roll for your hit points. Luckily, shops and the council clerk care about what time it is, but luckily the priests of Tyr here do not. So Durton wants us. There's a temple to Tyr which got desecrated and set to bane, so now they want us to go and free it up. We definitely want to do that. We want to go to the bay. Because there's something very important there. Okay, we enter in the south area. We step in here. Cast Bless. Orcs come charging in. They're super weak. Unfortunately, they're medium, so we can't sweep them, but we still kill them really fast. I don't even care about the money they have. Ah, yeah, I was able to flee. Very hard to... Jeez. Again, my random encounters this thing are... I can usually get through there without a random encounter. Maybe one. That's like 3 I've had to deal with. Hopefully I'll kill these orcs fast in Durton. Oh. That is actually super awesome. I don't know that I... Somehow you just get it occasionally, the leather's holy symbol, and I'm not sure how. Must have accidentally given it to me because I saw a random encounter. That's kind of funny. Okay. This is one of the toughest fights in the game because Mace is a cleric who can cast Hold Person on my party. Durton, cast Bless again. And while you're at it, cast Prayer. I'm glad that you didn't have it done before that. So now we can save again because... Okay. Alright. First of all... Darn. Usually he chokes and gags, so you get to one-shot him. Didn't this time, so... We need to focus on killing him so that he can't hold person my characters. And then we fireball the group and they die. Again, there are a lot of them, but for the most part they are. They're all pretty weak. But I really want Fireball for this fight because it makes it a lot faster. And it's at this point that I can do it. I can't get it before the other big fights like So-Call Keep. But having 5th level, so I have several Stinking Clouds, Magic Missiles, things to deal with Mace. And then of course Fireball to deal with the group. Once it comes back around to my mage again, then I can start tossing out another Stinking Cloud. Yes, actually. Basically, a fireball has a 3 radius out from its center, so it's going to hit everything on a screen except for the 3 corner pieces in each corner. So, if you know what that is, there is friendly fire. You can damage your party members with your fireballs, so you have to be careful where you place them. Durton's doing good. Whoops. Oh. That's two. Nice. Good job, Dirt. Okay, taking a slight risk here. As I figured, my character was too high level to be affected by it. A slight risk, because he's only 5th level, but usually it doesn't do enough to... take. There's like a magic mace, yeah, which I think is just a +1. But okay, now Durton is going to do this. Open trapdoor. Ooh, that's not bad. Magic user and cleric scrolls are usual. I'm not gonna take the cleric scrolls; they're not worth enough. Open trapdoor. Take a bunch of weapons, which are probably no good. I'm not going to even bother. Now the most important one. Open trapdoor. Take wand. Take potions. And take dust. Dust, most powerful item in the game. Most important. Yes, little dust. Let's see. No, I need you to cast your sleep spell, because I don't need it anymore now. I just need magic missile. Fireball. Memorize your bull. What did I use to detect magic, actually? Okay, now these areas are cleared out. Going on search so I can advance time. Okay. Okay, now we're beginning the final stretch. Oh, before that, I do need to identify these items. I've gotten decent enough weapons already, it wasn't worth checking any of those others. Dust of Disappearance is super awesome. I have a Potion of Speed, I want to get the other one to blue. If I get lucky, sometimes I get more. A lot of magic missiles is super useful, more of those. I need to see what I can scribe. Yeah, just a one, but whatever. I don't think I have enough experience to level anybody. Not quite. 13,000 is needed for cleric level 5. So I don't really get cleric level 5, but I don't really need it. Prayer is useful, but not essential. So I save time by not. Avoided by some lizard men. I want to avoid them as well. Most of the time they will avoid you, but... Okay, there's a wagon here. We pay 250 gold, and we get to take their wagon, and this allows us to sneak through the gates. We have to pay these bugbears 15 gold to take us through the gate again, but that's fine. And now we get the drop on the guards in the tower, which normally would be scary. An alarm starts ringing. Good thing it's pointless. Not a bad fight. This is a Ring of Protection +2, which is better than my Ring of Protection +1. Let's see, I don't think anybody is still... He is actually, so he gets a +1. You're in chainmail now though, aren't you? Well, yes, but I never equipped it. Okay, now because we're going to rest for a few days, let's go and cast. Interestingly, it's an identical group on the other side, but they don't have a Ring of Protection. It's kind of weird. Okay, now I don't have to rest for days, just for a few hours, during which time the alarm has gone off, has stopped going off, I mean. So instead of waiting for us, they're totally oblivious as well. It's incredible to me. These Ettins are like 8th level giants, and they are so susceptible to Stinking Cloud. He's running away. He's actually going to get away. There, for some reason, it's not a wall at the back of this place. As you saw me trying to do before, there actually is an edge of area, but you don't always succeed. Ah, god darn it. This is actually wasting a bit of time. Okay, there we go. Okay, camp, magic, memorize. Bless gives like +1 to hit, so it's 5% chance to hit all the time is not a bad thing for a quick little piece of spell to do. Okay, now I have to be careful not to shoot my own guy. That'll be fine. Oh man. Reducing, none of them saved, but they all rolled 1 less than their hit points in damage. Oh well. Well, they're all surrendering, so that makes it easy. Okay, camp, magic, memorize, fireball, exit. Yes, rest. No. First go into the laundry room, talk to the people. The laundress in there, whatever the people doing laundry, disguises as Tyranthraxis' men, which lets us basically come around here all we like. This is the entrance. They're actually a couple. This is the good one. We give the password. No. Okay. Oops. Now I've gotten lost. Okay, I got lost on the very last level. Jeez. Okay, yeah, I was going the right way. Okay, now, need to prep everything. Use Potion of Speed. Use Potion of Giant Strength. Use Dust of Disappearance. Use Potion of Speed. Nobody else has anything to use. Except the wand. Okay, camp, magic scribe. Fireball, fireball, 2 fireballs, a haste spell. Oh, excellent, actually. That does mean I don't need my thing of speed, but I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, now we're all going to be moving super fast. Cast Bless. It ages us as well, not that that really matters in a game like this. Tyranthraxis' guards come to fight us, and they are so weak. With haste, we get additional attacks, so we're going to start blowing through these guys. Haste is super lucky. Potion of Speed does the same thing. Takes your entire turn to kill a helpless person, no matter how many attacks you have, but... Okay, let's see. Okay, view items, use, cast. Oh, I only got one. Oh well. Okay, now we've defeated them, we can loot their super powerful magic. Each one has a +3 ring of protection, a +2 plate mail, and a +2 two-handed sword. Why do we take these for ourselves? There's no reason not to. Yeah, I'll go ahead and leave you with the shield and the broadsword. You'll probably like that better. Now we fight Tyrant Thraxus. Rah! Mortally wounded, the dragon roars. The spirit of Tyrant Thraxus flares up from the dragon's body. Can't advance this text, unfortunately. Fools, you but slain the body I possess. I can't be defeated with the power of the pool of radiance, which I moved here to my lair. I will still rule by possessing one of you. And then he's suddenly going to say, and we don't even get to see it because it goes too fast. Oh, Lord Maid, please, I can still win here. Don't take me away. And then his spirit vanishes. Something like that. And then we retreat to Flan. None of the monsters bother us. We automatically get warped there, thank goodness, so we can easily just walk in here. It isn't time yet. We come inside, step here, turn, come in. We get this reward, share, exit, and that's it. Woo! 45-second PB. And now we can continue doing quests if we like, or we can do whatever. We are now super experienced. We're way too high level. Problem is that when you level up that much, you don't get you only get to level up once, and then it puts you 1 experience below. So that was Pool of Radiance. Despite some really bad luck, I had a good final fight. Haste makes a pretty big difference for that final fight. Really bad encounter luck, but still managed to pull that out, so that's nice. Hooray for really low level things. Made a mistake in the slums a little bit. Didn't do too bad for, what should call it? I need to add 1 more to it, I think. Make it 1 more visible, might as well. Anywho, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for watching, and we will see you all next time. Tomorrow, I'm going to be running Soul Calibur for my sister's birthday, for her birthday present. So, but I'll get some more of this at some point in the weekend coming. Thanks a lot, and later.